Hey everyone, this is Jared Uden, youth motivational speaker and author of the brand new book, Unfollow the Crowd, the new education for young millennials who crave purpose, freedom, and impact. So listen, if you're watching this video right now, it is for one of two reasons. Either one, I came to your school, your youth group, your assembly program, and spoke in your classrooms or at your assembly, or because you and I know a mutual acquaintance who believes that I'm one of the best youth motivational speakers around, one of the best authors around, and that I should probably come to your school, your church organization, or whatever you got and speak to your group of youth or the youth that you care about. And so listen, you're probably wondering, if you don't know me already, who am I? So I have dedicated the last 10 years of my life to mentoring and speaking in schools and colleges across the nation. My main purpose is to help young students answer two questions, the big questions that we all face, and that is, who am I and what on earth should I be doing with my life? So if you're still wondering, who am I and what's the big deal about me, I've spoken to over 100,000 students across the nation over the last 10 years. I've mentored thousands of students. I've spoken at the TED Talks, which is one of the biggest, most respected stages in the world. I have counseled and trained districts of high school and college administrators on how to do classroom management and have effective relationships with their students to help them succeed. And so I've been doing this for 10 years. I've been doing college talks, how to get into college, how to have success in college, and how to have a successful career after college. But what I've really discovered over the last 10 years between mentoring and speaking is that most students, I don't care if they're 4.0 GPA carrying students who are working on their PhD, or if they're some of the lowest performing students at some of the lowest performing high schools in the nation. One thing that I found out about most of these students is that if you peel back the mile-deep layers, deep down, most of them still struggle with those two big questions. Who am I and what should I be doing with my life? My entire purpose as a speaker and as a mentor is to help students, no matter where they are, to answer those two questions, to help them build resilience deep down, help them to get a really strong and solid vision for their life, and help them chart the next steps to actually getting there. After spending years of mentoring and tutoring and teaching and speaking, one thing I really discovered is that most students really don't have a strong and compelling vision for their life. And that's the thing that you need. That's the thing that's going to help take you forward in this world, especially when challenges and hard times and adversities hit. You need to be able to know who you are and what you need to be doing with your life. That is what I give to students. Now, you know, one thing, I'm actually a lot like you as a teacher, a principal, and administrator. You know, we teach students these life lessons, and then when they graduate, we just sit back and we hope and pray that they'll be okay, that they'll make it, no matter what comes up in their life, no matter what challenges hit. We just hope that they're gonna make it. But you know what? Let me tell you something. Hope alone is not a strategy. And that's where I come in. I know that it takes a village. I know it takes books, mentorship, mentoring programs, and it takes a village. And I'm the village. After having spent the last 10 years mentoring, teaching, training, what I've developed is a book, a message, a speech, a platform, and a system to helping students to build that strong, solid, resilient foundation inside themselves to know who they are, what they should be doing with their lives, and a system of mentorship to helping them actually get there. I'm going to humbly say that I'm one of the best authors and one of the best mentors, one of the best youth speakers around. And I really do say that humbly, only because I've gotten the kind of feedback that proves it. When I build my systems, when I build my speeches, my books, my programs, I do it with my experience in mind. I do it with the last 10 years of mentoring and speaking and actually talking one-on-one with principals, high school administrators, students to find out what is it mile deep that they actually need that's going to help them go forward and have a successful life. What is it that we can provide them and give them and help build inside of them that will make us feel secure at night when we go to sleep, when they graduate, to know that they're going to be okay in their college life, in their career, and when they leave from our care. That is what I want to give you. So here's what I'm offering. Now, I know that in order to bring a speaker into your school, it costs a lot of money. I get that. And as a speaker who's been doing this for the last 10 years, I understand that I am worth 5 figures. However, I'm not going to charge you that. If you, before graduation or during the summer, want to bring me into your school, your assembly program, your summer program, your college, whatever it is that you got, I will do it for, wait for it, I will waive my entire speaking fee and come speak at your location for free. But here's the rub. You have to purchase one of my books for each of your students that's going to be there in that audience. Because let me tell you something, a cool motivational speech doesn't change lives, but mentorship does. And that's what I want to give to you. That's what I want to give to your students. So purchase a book for each one of your students that's going to be there in that audience, and I will come and speak at your location for free. Now look, I know what you're thinking, because I've been doing this for 10 years, and I know that most of my schools that I speak with, most organizations that bring me in, they book out their speakers at least 3 to 5 months in advance. And so I know we only have a couple of weeks left to graduation, but let me tell you something. This happens every single year. At the last minute, in the last 30 days leading up to graduation, most schools are looking to do something at the last minute for their seniors. They're looking to have some kind of program at the last minute, something that they can impart into them and give them a really cool send-off before they go off to college or before they graduate and go off into the real world. And I'm perfect for that program. And the other thing, here it is. A lot of schools have programs planned for their students before graduation, and this happens every year. There's always a speaker that has to cancel on you at the last minute, and most meeting planners or assembly planners have to scramble around at the last minute and look for a speaker or some kind of entertainment act to come in and fill in the gap. I can do that for you. And ultimately, last but not least, let me ask you this. Have you imparted the life lessons, the things that your students need in them to build a resilient, strong foundation and a vision and a purpose for their life before they go off into the real world? Are they equipped and engineered to go live happy, prosperous, and successful lives? Not just being able to pass a test, but actually having that foundation for powerful living. Have you trained your students with that? Have you engineered them to live a happy, prosperous, and successful life, especially when challenges and adversities hit? Now, if you're not sure of that answer, if you can't answer yes definitively to that question, you need me. So listen, I'm gonna make this easy for you. The way that you get me to come to your school, the way that you bring me in, again, I'm gonna waive my speaking fee entirely. You just gotta buy enough copies of this book for your audience. Now look, I'm gonna make this even easier for you. I'm going to discount my book by 50% off, just to make it easier for you. And what's cool about it is you can even use title funds to pay for the book if you want, or your book fund. So I know a lot of schools don't always have speaker budgets, but they have title funds. You can use those as well. Now, email me at jared@jaredspeaks.com, right down in the caption, or you can call me or text me, area code 615-818-9066, text or call. Now listen, there are limited spots available, but I am opening up my calendar for the rest of this month and the next month, just for these kinds of speaking engagements. I'm doing this at a huge discounted rate because I care about students just like you do. I want to make sure that when they leave off and go in this world, that they are equipped with what they need, the resilience, the vision, the wisdom, the things that they need for their lives so they can live happy, prosperous, and successful. You can do this if you will. See you soon.